The next section involves solving equations. I actually kind of deleted 2 of the questions right now just so we have room. So we'll do these 2 and then we'll take a look at the next 2. So solving equations, we're solving for a variable. We want to simplify each side first. So we want to simplify each side first. And this is very old to you. You've done this for a few years. And then you're going to solve. You're going to solve by getting x by itself, by adding or subtracting things to both sides and dividing or multiplying. So first we want to simplify each side. Well, negative 116, that can't be simplified. So, but over here we can distribute this 4. So we have negative 116 equals 4 minus 20x. Well, now we simplified the right side. There's no like terms to add there. So don't try to combine the 4 and negative 20. Now we want to solve for x, so we need to get rid of the 4. So we subtract 4 from both sides. Negative 116 minus 4 is negative 120 equals negative 20x. And we can finish this off by dividing by negative 20. And negative 20 into negative 120 is positive 6. So negative 120 divided by 20 is 6. 12. Once again, we want to simplify each side and then solve. And solving involves getting all the variables to one side and everything else to the other side. So to start off with here, we need to distribute to help us simplify each side. We can't simplify the 37 on the left. So we have 37 is equal to negative 6 minus 6x plus 25x plus 5. We'll add like terms, so the negative 6 plus the 5 will add. So we're going to rewrite our line again. Negative 6 and 5 is negative 1. Negative 6x and 25x is 19x. And now we want to finish solving that, so we're going to add 1 to both sides, which gives us 38 equals 19x. And dividing both sides by 19, we get x is equal to 2. So on both of those examples, there was only x's on the one side, in this case on the right side. That will not always be the case, so we're going to take a look at these next couple questions. There we go. So looking at these 2, 13, and 14, again, we're still going to simplify both sides first. So on our right side, we can add, left side, sorry, we can add these 2 together. So 5k minus 6k is negative 1k. You don't have to put the 1, it could just be negative k. On the right, you can't really simplify those at all. They're not like terms. So this is where it's different. We simplified each side. Now we have to get all the k's to one side, the constants to the other. You have different options here. A lot of people try to keep k positive, and then a lot of people try to get the variable on the left side, and sometimes they kind of go against each other. So you can do it whichever way you prefer. I'll go ahead and get the k's to the left side. So I'm going to subtract 4k from both sides. And I could do the other step at the same time also, but I'll go ahead and do it in 2 steps. So 1 minus negative k minus 4k is negative 5k equals negative 4. Then I would go ahead and subtract 1 from both sides to help me solve for k. It's negative 5k. I will tell you, a lot of people forget this negative. So don't forget that negative. Don't be one of those people. And then we can divide both sides by negative 5. And we'll get k equals 1. Now remember, with all these solving for variable questions, you can plug it back in to make sure it works. I'm not going to do that right now, but you could probably quickly pause, plug in the 1 in for every value, and you could see that it works. Number 14, actually number 14 is very much like number 12. It does only have variables on the right side, but still needs to be solved. So negative 60, we can't simplify negative 60. On the right side, however, we can distribute. So this is negative 24x. Negative 4 times negative 7 is positive 28. And then we're going to go ahead and distribute the 8. So that's negative 48x. And then distribute the 8 to the negative 2. So minus 16. And now again, let's simplify this right side. So we're going to add like terms. So we have negative 24 with negative 48. We'll rewrite the negative 60 equals, that's going to be negative 72x. We also can add our constants together. 28 minus 16 is 12. And then we'll go ahead and subtract 12 from both sides to help solve for x, which gives us negative 72 equals negative 72x. We can think about what x is going to equal and figure that out, or we can do it algebraically by dividing both sides by negative 72. And x is equal to 1. And there's our answer, and that's how you want to solve your equations. Work through carefully. Make sure you're careful of positives and negatives. Make sure you're thinking through your multiplication facts to make sure you're doing that correctly.